What's going on, guys? Back here with another video, and today we're going to be reviewing a little bit of an older figure. This is Unmatched Series 9 Jeff Hardy action figure. It took me a while to find this figure. I know a bunch of people were finding it at their local Ross. I couldn't find it for nothing. I've went to like 3 Rosses in a little bit, and I've seen nothing. I've looked, but when I went on eBay, and that's where I found it. I just found it looking on eBay, and the cheapest I could find it was for like $40. So, but I really wanted this one as the promo gear. You could use it as a wrestling gear if you wanted to. Comes with a chair, comes with a head and hands. Looks pretty cool, and most of you know, some of you might not know, Jeff Hardy is my favorite wrestler of all time. And I was looking at my collection the other day, and I only realized that I had one figure of him. So, which stay tuned, because here soon we are going to be having a lot of his figures coming in. So yeah, I'm trying to get my hands on the other AEW action figures. But without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started looking at the packaging of the figure. We do got the clear piece right there. That way you can see the accessories and the figure itself. We got Series 9, number 66, Jeff Hardy going down the side, AEW, and a picture of him. Picture on the back of his debut to AEW. Shows the chair and everything. It didn't come with the Delete shirt. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't have the rights. It didn't come with a necklace either, so that's kind of sad. But, yeah, so we are going to go ahead and look at the other people in the set. I do got the Wheeler Yuta, so stay tuned for that review. That one's probably going to be next, and then AEW right there. So, the packaging looks really nice, but that's not what we're looking at today. We're going to be looking at the actual figure, so we are going to go ahead and look at the figure out of the packaging. Here we go. And here's what the figure looks like out of the packaging. It looks great. It moves around really good. We are going to go ahead and look at the accessories and the different stuff it comes with, and look at the figure too. But yeah, I just want to say this figure looks amazing. It moves around really good. And it's just really cool to see like a promo Jeff Hardy, you know, without the sleeves, the arm sleeves, without the face paint, with the hair up, you know. It's pretty cool to see. It would have been cool to see maybe an extra head sculpt with this, like the hair down instead of 2 hair up and like a bun. But it doesn't matter. So we are going to go ahead and look at the figure's accessories, and then we'll look at the figure itself. Here's what the accessories look like out of the packaging right here. There's a few accessories, and this is really cool to see, especially is the chair. This is the coolest thing right here. We do got a signature at the bottom. It looks like where he signed it. And I think his daughter signed this too, because his daughter helped him paint this chair, because he wanted to do something with his daughter. His daughter is an artist too and everything. So they done this chair, and then what's cool is they actually done the bottom side just like in real life, just like he did with the chair. They didn't have to, but it was really good and really cool attention to detail to see them add that. And of course, we do know this is Jeff Hardy on the chair, and we can unfold it here, and that's what it looks like from the back right there. That's really cool to see. But of course, it's supposed to be like that. That way we can get the full face. But this chair is really cool. The paint will not really scratch off. Like, as you can see, I do have a little bit of nails right there, and it's not coming off. So, of course, you don't want to be scraping at it too hard. But still, cool to see. And really nice attention to detail there. Next up, we have the head sculpt. Now, I think this is my favorite head sculpt out of these. I really like the way they done his facial hair. Really accurate to what he had. Now, on this one, the ear is kind of, I might have to touch that up with some of my own paint. I do got some white paint that I could touch that up with. But it is really cool to see is they actually made holes in the ears. Like there is actual holes in the ears right there. I did forget to take off the other head to show y'all, so I can do that right now. I normally am pretty good about this stuff, but I do forget sometimes. Here's the other head sculpt. That one's a little bit better. You could see the hole right there, and it wasn't misprinted. Then they got the hair kind of just tied up in the back. Looks really cool how they were able to do it. And they got the tattoos there around the neck. And kind of like a fade going on right through there. It does got some stuff on the ear. I can get that off later. But everything looks good. Then we got the hands here. Those look really cool. Do got all the tattoos in there going along the fingers. And then we do got his other hands. Now, me and a few other YouTubers out there do not really care for these hands. You know, because Jazzwares, I don't know, it makes it look weird because whenever he does it, he has his hands straight. His fingers are straight, but here, his fingers are bent slightly. They're like relaxed. Now, I mean, you could fix this probably with some ice, like heat it up, push it back, and put it in some ice. I don't think it would do it, keep it there for long, but it is cool to see the signature hands either way. So these are all the accessories. We are going to go ahead and look at the figure itself. Here's a look at the figure out of the packaging. I did put the regular face on there, not the yelling scan, and then put the signature hands back on there. But the tattoos on this figure look amazing. Of course, we do got the tattoos going along the neck and the traps, going down the arms. These look really good. These are very accurate to his tattoos. And I do like the way they done the back tattoos. They kind of filled some stuff in. I do like the way this one turned out and the way it looks. I think they done the tattoos a lot better than Mattel did. But the tattoos on the figure look great. Posing, about the same as we normally see. The double jointed arms. A little stiff, but it could go up, around, back the camera up just a little bit here, up, around, like we just said. Those can move. Those can, of course, pop out, but they can move. Ab crunch, he can lean back a good bit, and when he leans forward, now here's the thing with bigger pants. Of course, it is cool to see the bigger pants because they are more accurate, the baggier pants. But whenever you press the foot up, it does kind of go out to the side. Whatever foot it is, like it'll go out to the side some instead of straight up because of that piece right there. It kind of catches it and makes it swing out some. But I don't know. I guess I can look on the back of the box. Well, on the back of the box, you can't really tell. I don't know if there was actually studs there. It looks like they're supposed to be. But he could just have like black studs or something like that. But back to the articulation. He can bend down about that far. Not the greatest, but also still good. He can kick pretty good. Split pretty good, about normal. Thigh cut, shin cut, and like the ankle pivot, and it can swivel. But it feels good in hand, looks good in hand. The knees bend pretty good as far as how baggy the pants are. They can bend really good, actually. So, but this figure moves really good. I have no complaints with this figure. I think this is one of the better Jeff Hardy figures we have seen. Like I said, it poses around really good. And I don't see why you couldn't use this as a fighting gear. You know, of course, this isn't what he wears when he fights. He's got his arm sleeves on normally. Sometimes he's got his face paint. His hair would be down, and he would have different shoes on. But you could still use it as a fighting gear. You know, it doesn't matter. But it's whatever you want to do, really. I plan on taking pictures of it if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to. But if I do, it'll be on my Instagram page. It is Brantley_collects on Instagram. So go check those out for any action figure photography I do. But like I said, the figure moves around really good. I have no problems with the figure. It looks great. But we are going to go ahead and get into our action figure comparisons. Here are our AEW Jazzwares action figure comparisons. We do have his brother Matt Hardy here. I can't remember. I know this was Matt's first figure. They do scale really well. I don't know who's supposed to be taller. I think they're supposed to be around the same height. But they scale really well. We do got Darby, who he faced. He tagged up with a little bit. I know Darby's supposed to be shorter. I'm not sure how much, but that. And then one of his greatest rivals, in my opinion, we do have Adam Copeland. He is a good bit taller, which we know the scaling on the taller figures aren't the greatest. And if you want to, we can pull out a CM Punk Jazzwares, another one of his greatest rivals there. And it looks like Jeff is a little taller again. So we are going to go ahead and get into our WWE Mattel action figure comparisons. And here are our WWE Mattel action figure comparisons. We do have another Jeff. And here's just to show you, like, here's the Jeff Hardy tattoos. You know, of course, this is an older version because he doesn't have the full tattoos at this point. But the back tattoo, see how they filled it in? Like up here around the traps and stuff. See, get it to focus if I can, how they filled it in. And also, that's not the actual color of what the tattoo's supposed to be. That is the more accurate color. And yeah, it's just more filled in everywhere. And the Jazzwares one looks a good bit better. But they do scale alright with each other. Of course, we know Jazzwares is going to be taller for the most part. Then we have John Morrison, which Jeff Hardy really liked the way John Morrison worked in the ring. And then the Mattel Edge, which Jeff is taller. And then also we have our Super 7 action figure comparisons. Here's a look at our New Japan Super 7 action figure comparisons. We do have Evil right here, which is a little bit shorter. I'm pretty sure Jeff's supposed to be taller than both of these guys, which he is in action figure form. If you know me on the channel, that is one of the main things I do is I compare the figure with all different kinds of companies and wrestling brands. So next up, we do have our last comparison, which is our Storm Collectibles comparisons. Here's a look at our Storm Collectibles action figure comparisons. We do have Minoru Suzuki. Really like the way he works in the ring, and he done a little bit in AEW too. I know he's supposed to be smaller than Jeff. And El Desperado. And El Desperado looks to be a little taller. If not, they are the same height there. But, again, looking at this figure, everything looks really good. So, I have no problems with it, like I said. I am seeing a little bit right there where there's a dip right there. And I know that way he can bend down a little bit better right there. So, but like I said, this is a great figure. I think you should go pick it up while you can because the aftermarket price is very expensive on this one. Stay tuned for more Jeff Hardy stuff in the future. If you're a Jeff Hardy fan, stay tuned. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Peace!